Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is what we will focus on today. Road Rehabilitation, Port Royal Street, Kingston. People, what you're about to view is what is soon to become the hottest, most sought after entertainment locations in Kingston. I can just imagine the large number of promoters already lined up, waiting to book this particular spot for their upcoming premiere events, especially now that the country is all freed up again and the entertainment sector has been reopened after a 2-year hiatus due largely to the global pandemic. This is the rehabilitated Port Royal Street. The major part of the rehabilitation process has just been completed. I am going to show you what the roadway looked like before, during and after the rehabilitation process, traveling in both directions from west to east and east to west. What you will see first though is the look before and during the rehabilitation process. Now, this is a short stretch of road, and for those persons who are not familiar with it, it is located behind the Tower Street General Penitentiary, GP for short, the big prison, between the Raytown Fishing Village and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade building in downtown. 2 years ago, the road surface was in a real deplorable state, as you can see for yourselves, and it required serious rehabilitation work. It sits directly along the shoreline, and over time, wave action from the sea has eroded the shoreline and was slowly destroying the entire roadway. Without this necessary intervention, the sea would have encompassed this entire area pretty soon, leaving us with no more highway in these parts. A local company was given the contract to rehabilitate the roadway, which, by just looking at the length, it did not seem like it would need more than, say, a maximum of 10 months to be fully completed. But it took a whole 2 years, and right now it still requires some finishing touches, more for aesthetics than anything else though. They began working on it in March 2020, and government officials had indicated that it would have been completed by April 2021. A lot of work went into achieving the final look, as a new drainage system had to be installed, the road had to be raised, large boulders had to be placed along the shoreline, and a new boardwalk was created. Despite all of that, I still think it took a very long time to be completed. Of course, they will lay blame on the pandemic for the delay. Someone or something always has to take the blame, right? And anything that went wrong or did not materialize as planned during the 2020 to 2021 period will be blamed on the pandemic. Although we are always very happy when our locals are given the opportunity to complete projects of this nature, I often wonder why it is that they usually have to take such a very long time. Pandemic aside, these projects are usually always drawn out, and I can bet you any dollar that if the Duke and the Duchess of Cambridge, more popularly known as Prince William and Princess Kate, were not visiting the island this month, all know the road would not have been completed. They probably need to rename the roadway House of Cambridge Highway instead of Port Royal Street, since it is the royals' pending visit that has helped to speed up the completion process. We need more foreign dignitaries to visit us more often and tour the entire island, as only then will we see speedy road repairs. Every single pothole along the corridor from the Norman Manley International Airport to downtown Kingston has been nicely patched It is now such a pleasure to drive on that section of the roadway. Just a few weeks ago, we had to be swerving from multiple potholes every few kilometers. I wish the Royals had plans to tour St. Thomas, as I know for sure the road would have been fully resurfaced with the best asphalt overnight. Sometimes I wonder if the requirement to get contracts in the island is you have to stretch out the project longer than expected, no matter how small it is, and you need to ensure there will be cost overrun. It is really sad that this has become the norm for so many local contractors who are always lucky enough to keep getting the jobs. Sometimes after stretching out the project long after the deadline, the job is still not properly done, as was evident with this particular road project. I noticed that within less than a week after completion, they had to dig up 2 sections of the road to effect repairs. I was in disbelief when I saw it, as the entire stretch of road was looking so smooth and beautiful, and the 2 repatched sections are very noticeable. This now is the completed look. So this entire stretch of road has been redesigned to facilitate entertainment and recreational activities. This is all part of the Downtown Kingston redevelopment initiative. So pretty soon, this is the area where multiple fun events will be recorded on the pages of history. I can just imagine when they're hosting the big events, the entire corridor will be blocked off and one section would be used for parking and the other section for the entertainment aspect. They have installed the infrastructure for lights along the entire lower level of the boardwalk. It is going to be a sight to behold at night. It's going to be real beautiful. Whoever came up with the design idea has a real vision. Every few meters, they have also strategically placed square flower boxes in which they will be planting Toronto gold to beautify the boardwalk. I drove by and saw the plants still in the black plastic bags lined out along the boardwalk, waiting to be planted into the ground. They are ensuring that the area is beautified to welcome the Duke and the Duchess of Cambridge in the upcoming week. They will be here on a 3-day visit from the 22nd to the 24th of March. Their visit is part of the celebrations to mark the Platinum Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth II's coronation, as well as the 60th anniversary of Jamaica's independence. The road space is large enough to accommodate a couple thousand people. The boardwalk is nicely paved and it's very wide. The area, when fully completed, is going to be a real masterpiece. It will be one of the most ideal spots to watch the fireworks normally used to bring in the new year. The only thing left to know, apart from installing the actual light fixtures, is to mark the roadway with the white lines. Right now, I cannot say if each side is going to be divided into 2 or 3 lanes, but the road is wide enough to accommodate 3 lanes. Although for the past 2 years, we had to suffer many delays due to the constant traffic gridlock, the very deep potholes that cost many a motorist tires and vehicle parts, and the dust nuisance. We are all now very happy that the long wait is over, and I must say that the workers did a fabulous job. The fitness enthusiasts who run or walk along this corridor would be most grateful for this upgrade, as now they can safely enjoy their morning or evening run or walk. I am sure too that all the motorists who traverse this corridor daily are happy with how wide and smooth the road is for the most part. No more traffic pileups, dust or potholes to contend with. It is smooth sailing from Raytown to downtown, vice versa, depending on which direction you are heading. I really love the concept of utilizing this area for entertainment. The waterfront creates a really nice ambiance, and nearby residents will not be disturbed by the noise from the sound systems. Also, people will have a clean, safe, beautiful, and spacious area to entertain and have fun.